everyone. So before I begin, I just want to thank all the members of TEDxFIIB for conducting this event online during the pandemic. So right now you would be watching and you would be wondering, who is this person, right? So I'm Ishan Arora, the co-founder of one of the edtech organizations of India. And you would be wondering that now what is he going to talk about? There are people who talk about their stories. There are people who talk about many other things that changes your mind. They try to inspire you, they try to motivate you, they try to share their inspirational stories with all of you so that maybe the ones who are watching this will get some idea about how to achieve the things that I achieved, right? In this in this talk I just want to talk about how do we change the common misconceptions that we have, how do we change the attitude, how do we change the common mindset. I think this is something that I really want to share with everybody who is watching this because this is something that we don't talk about. This is something that we all just blindly follow because someone else told us to. This is something that we all just do because someone else is doing it. So, the whole motive of my talk would be to just change the common misconceptions, just change the attitude, just change the mindset. Right? I would be thinking that if he's saying all this, did he do it on his own? So I'll just share my story. I'm a recent graduate from University of Delhi and I had BCom honors, but my interest was in corporate finance and investments in stock market. So at the age of 18, I started with some NSE certifications. Later on, I did FRM and I became one of the youngest people in the world to clear FRM. There was one thing that I noticed. When you have people around you of the same age, 18 to 20, 21, 22, and so on, these are the people who either know their interest or they do not know their interest because they want to build their career right now. So I had people around me when I was interested into finance. There were people coming to the centers for finance. There were people who wanted to give finance exams, who wanted to gain finance knowledge as much as possible. So I had people around me. There was one thing that I found that these people know what they want to do, but they lack a helping hand. A helping hand that could teach them from where to start and how to start. You might be knowing that at this point I'm here, I want to reach this point. How do I bridge down the gap? That is something that the people of my age couldn't really understand. And this was something that I picked up early. I noticed this thing way back that people, they know what they want to do. There's no person who is going to come to you and tell you that I don't want to be successful. I don't want to do anything in life. I just want to sit back and do nothing at all. There's no one who's going to tell you this. Everybody wants to achieve something. All they lack is, again, those two very important questions: how to start and from where exactly start. So, this is something that I understood. And later on, I started with a channel on YouTube in which I started teaching people for free. It was all corporate finance and it was free. I continue to realize that people are going to enroll for this. People are going to watch your videos. People are going to learn from you. It doesn't matter who you are. If you are teaching anyone and the person is interested, they are going to come to you. So I did that for 5 6 months. I taught around 250 people. And later on, once I got a clarity that this is something that people want, this is something that the people lack, this is something that is solving a major problem in life. I started with a website and I started teaching people again. But this time there were more courses. And one thing that I kept on realizing is that I have conducted many seminars, many webinars across India, talking to lakhs of students even now. So I just kept on understanding that fact, understanding the point that people actually misunderstand what they want to do. And if they understand what they want to do, they lack the same two questions which I'm continuously repeating, they lack that thing. So, how do I help those people who are around my age only? They want to do something but are unable to understand from where to do it. So, I continue to do all this, and there were people around me who asked me questions like, what are you going to do after graduation? I told them that I'm going to continue doing this. And then there were many questions from the society, be it anyone around you. They asked questions like, do you think this will sustain? Do you think that you can do this all your life? I don't think so, it will work. I think you are a little over ambitious, and this is something that you should not be doing. You should probably be going for MBA. Maybe you can do a job. Maybe later on you can go abroad and study and come back and then again continue doing a job. These were the questions and statements and phrases and all these things around me, which I continue to listen on and on for the last 2 years. So, what made me continue with all this? What made me leave my job and do this? I got an offer from after my graduation, but I did not do it. I could have applied externally also, but I did not do it. I continued doing this. So, how did I change my mindset? How did I change my attitude from a person who maybe thought that initially thought that maybe I'm going to do these courses, then I'm going to maybe do such a course, then I'm going to do a job, and I'm going to continue doing that for the rest of my life. How did I change my attitude? Before I tell you about myself a little more, I'll tell you one quick story. We all know who won the 1983 Cricket World Cup. It was India, right? But India won the World Cup. The dominant team from the last decade till the next decade as well was West Indies. And India had a final with West Indies in 1983. Hardly anyone believed that India is going to win because West Indies, a very dominant team. And something unusual happened that day. India won the World Cup. India beat West Indies in the final. And the whole world was shocked. But West Indies was hit the most. So once the World Cup got over, West Indies contacted India and they told them that we want to have a series with you, an ODI series plus a test series. So they wanted to gain their respect back. They wanted to show that it was just a fluke. So they came to India for the ODIs and it was a 6 match series. India lost 6-0. India couldn't even win a single match. And leave aside winning the game, India was nowhere near winning in any game. Now the test matches started. The first test match, people thought that now the fortunes might change. But India lost the first test match very badly. I guess around an innings and some 100 runs or so. India lost that match. So some counselors were brought to the Indian team after the first test match and they had a word with Mr. Sunil Gavaskar and they asked them, what is going wrong? How are you not winning? You are the world champions. What is stopping you from beating West Indies one more time? So he said that they have great players. Malcolm Marshall is the best bowler in the world. He told this thing to the councillors. The councillors told him that could be true. It could be true, whatever you are saying. If Malcolm Marshall is the best bowler in the world, trust me, you are the best batsman in the world. This one line completely changed the mindset of Sunil Gavaskar. This completely changed his attitude. The second test match started and in the first over itself, Sunil Gavaskar smashed 4 fours to Malcolm Marshall. At that point, everyone realized that the Indian cricket will be changed completely. And since then, it has always been increasing. It has always been performing immensely well. But what was the difference? There was only one difference. That was a change in the mindset and the change in the attitude. This thing changed, and the same person who played 5-6 days ago, who was not performing well, changed completely. So, this is how someone can change their mindset. If you believe that you are not thinking from within, that how can I change my mindset? It's not coming from within. Find someone who is similar to you. Find that spark outside. Find that inspiration outside, which may help you change your mindset, change your attitude, and make you believe, make you trust yourself that you are the best in the world and you can do it too. If he can do it, I can do it too. If they are coming here as speakers, maybe next year or next to next year, if I work really hard, I'm going to come as the speaker. It doesn't matter who is the person speaking to you. It doesn't matter what they are doing in their life. It doesn't matter what they will be doing in their life some years down the line. What matters is what you want to do some years down the line. What road you want to choose for yourself. Do you want to continue or are you satisfied with your current life? If not, how can you change your attitude? How can you change your mindset? Because trust me, you have the abilities. You have everything that you need. Just one thing which needs to be modified is the attitude or the mindset. If you change that, the same person is going to perform 10 times better than his or her ability. And this is something that I've realized on my own. So, as I said, that there were people questioning me that do you think it will sustain? Do you think a startup it doesn't succeed? 90% startups fail. These were the facts you see around LinkedIn, Instagram, and all these platforms continuously. There are people who tell you all these things. But there was one thing which stayed with me throughout was my attitude or my mindset. I knew that if I give my 100%, if I completely focus on this, there is no one who can make this stop except me. No one except you, no one without your consent can change what you want to do. No one without your consent can make you believe who you are. So when somebody else tell you, when somebody else comes to you and says, yeah, maybe you don't deserve to be here. Maybe you won't succeed. Maybe you are not the right person for this. Maybe you are not good enough. Maybe there are so many questions and so on and on and on. Don't listen to anyone except your mind. And your mind should always be telling you that if I give my 100%, I believe I'm the best. I believe I can do it. And if your mind has that potential, if it has that mindset, that attitude, trust me, no one can stop you. If I would have heard about, or I would have maybe just gone with those thoughts, gone with what the society was telling me, I wouldn't have been here speaking to all of you. And trust me, it is really true. I wouldn't have been here. At the age of 20, I was able to teach more than 4,000 people across India, and that to corporate finance. Courses ranging from financial risk management, chartered financial analyst, some courses on investment analysis, stock market courses. I was able to personally teach all of these just because I had the knowledge, but more importantly, I did not listen to anyone except my mind, who used to tell me every single day when I woke up that I can do it, I deserve this, and if I give my 100%, there is no one who can stop me. And the only barriers that we have is not from the other people who are trying to say that you are not good enough. The only barrier that we have is our own mindset. The day we overcome that, trust me, you will be an unstoppable force. Every day, just wake up in the morning, tell yourself you are the best. Tell yourself that you can do it. Tell yourself that somebody else is doing it, I can do it too. And tell yourself that believe in yourself, you have done enough, you will be doing more, and this is your day. Trust me, we all have equal abilities. It's all about understanding your potential and sometimes going beyond it. Failures will always teach you more than your successes because after failure we comprehend, we contemplate, but after a success we usually just have a good time, party. So don't be afraid of the failures. Just trust the process. Don't focus too much on the results. Process, if you focus on that, results is nothing but a byproduct of it. So I'll just culminate by saying trust yourself, have the right attitude, have the right mindset, and trust me, no one in this world can stop you if you have personally decided that it is you who is going to change everything. It is you who is going to do it, and it is you who is going to achieve what you have decided, and there is no one else in this world who can change that except you. So with this, I'll end my talk. If anybody wants to reach out to me, you can reach out to me on LinkedIn. My name is Ishan Arora, and you will be able to find me, and you can reach out to me anytime. And I hope that my talk proved to be fruitful to you. If there is anything I can help you with, I'll be more than happy to do it. Thank you so much.